Sound is on. Transition. And hello, everyone. It's Monster Hunter World time. Maybe. Raging Rakdos and Furious Rajang are the next two targets. I need to actually build armor. So equipment armor. Okay. I want Char Ishvalda armor or what? Wearing mantle gain extra stuffs.
The element you care about. For Rajang is thunder.
Uh-huh.
And of course, Bragadios is kind of mix of blast and fire.
No, Char Ishvalda is thunder. Damiel is also thunder and water. Actually, my Damiel. Do this. So that would be 20 thunder. No, it would be 15. If I could get 20 if I did Kieran. Aostra's fire. We'll look for fire. Aostra. Doesn't do anything with blast defense. It does do blast attack. But I can't build anything in the set. So Damiel is our goal. Okay. I need to beat an Ergon. All of this in this page. Wish list. Total required materials. Okay. That's all. Two. So I can build two things. Build one thing. Two. can't do gloves and greaves. Owl and glove. Work equipment. Armor. Yeah. Let's do. Everything's the exact same. So I guess we're gonna do coil first. Oh, that was it. I'm gonna make it its. Oh, because I don't have enough monies. Okay, so we need monies. Well, first things first. Let's probably have a bunch of trade goods. Items. Items. Emerald Shop. Trade item. Large scale. This is impossible with dollars. Chip scale. Egg. 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 Trade items. Again here. L. Okay. I want cloak or greaves. Vehicle. No, because I can only do. Footnotes. Section. No. Like that. Yeah. What is? Bloody fountains. Two events: Wildspire Waste, Tempered Monster, Flying Wyvern, 5-star or higher. Stations. Market. Yeah. Got one for Slay and Amia. Alright, ready?
Benz, are you ready?
No, 'cause I need to. Oh, I guess. Go ahead. Post quest. Rank investigations. Danielle. 2 of us. Doesn't matter. That one.
Amiel is what we're settling on. Got it.
That's notes. Lost field guide. Where's Danielle and everything? There it is. Okay. I'll hit it with fire. After fire, is there anything?
Oh, on Amiel? Let me see.
Poison and blast. And then...
Yeah, what fire, dragon, poison, blast are going to be your 4.
Yeah.
Because dragon has the elder seal on it.
Yeah. Are you gonna go with fire or dragon? Second fire.
I'm going to go with bowgun.
So that is both, right? Because you can do dragon ammo.
It means that I'm not going to be consistently doing 1 damage type, other than at least raw damage. But I do have multiple statuses I can inflict in different things.
I guess dragon's probably more important than fire. Say dragon or fire.
Fire will do more damage. Dragon will do damage, but also reduce how much aggression options the enemy has. It's a 50-50 trade-off, I'd say.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the fire then.
I'm not too worried about... At least while I'm using range damage, I'm not too worried about Amiel's attack patterns. So it's going to be kind of, if you want the dragon, because you're going to be in more melee proximity.
Yeah. Should be good enough. Wait, say again. You said something.
It's up to you for between dragon and fire. Fire will do more damage. Dragon will give you a little bit more safety.
Yeah.
It depends on if you feel like you're more at risk for attack patterns. Because I'm going to be on range damage, so I'm not going to be as at risk with Namil.
Yeah.
For example, I've
Um,
only taken. I'm pretty sure I can avoid most of the electric things, so I've taken water because I can't. I know that I'll just probably get clipped by the water jets every now and then.
Yeah. Set decorations.
But since it doesn't matter as much where I stand, I know I can. I'm not as worried about being in a water patch for the electric stuff.
Yeah.
But like compared to the other things around this difficulty in the game, I'm not as worried about Namil's patterns. I mean, heck, I think one of the times against her, I was using the gun lance. So if I can survive well enough with this negative mobility of gun lance, I'm not too worried. I think pretty much our goal is Namil, then Raging Brack. Because you seem to have trouble with the Rajang's patterns, and the Raging Brack weapon and armor should help with that.
Okay.
At least with the explosive weapon.
Yeah. Although, should we be going after the Namiel armor? Well, I'll probably want the Namiel.
There's Namiel weapons that aren't bad. I mean, it all depends on. I think Namiel armor. I don't know what its values are best against. I'm kind of lazy at this difficulty, so I just end up using the Artemis armor a lot.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'm ready. All right, let's go. Fire, blast, that's fine. Okay. And done. Let's go.
I landed next to it. Oh, not bad. Let's see. Yes, you're very loud. Drink my buff potions.
Why am I? I'm just gonna run. Now that I realized I'm paying attention to like the basic things.
Burn through my sticky ammo while it's still relatively calm.
I think that was all we needed to do. Oh wait, no. There are things in the supply chest. Doot, 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 doot. Alright, I'm back. I apologize for losing you alone for a little bit.
It's not as bad with bowgun. Bowgun's one of the much easier weapons to just consistently harass a monster while being relatively safe. I just changed to a safer ammunition type.
Let's go. Wow. Gives orange. There it is.
Just went down a short distance. I'm gonna try to put a sleep on it.
Okay.
I don't have explosives though. I forgot to grab those. It might not get the sleep. Oh, just barely enough ammo for it. Put some. I can put my mines down by its head though. Ready to blow up when you are.
Ready.
No, I mean you should. Well, I guess I don't have anything good for it. I was gonna. There's mines by its head, which means you probably should attack there.
Yeah, I tried to get over there. I should have done better. Is that its tail or no? Yes, that's its tail. Did you carve the tail?
Yeah, I should probably do that.
I almost forgot to. If I hadn't run past it, I probably would have. There we go. First try.
Oh, you did one shortened time limit.
Oh. I didn't realize it did that.
Skip the being in the air thing and do this faster.
It was the only one I had. Get that out of the air. It's almost done. This feels like the wrong way. Now that it's hit this time.
Not waiting, just going fast.
Yeah.
Don't have the time.
That should be its head broken, and that should be the last part. That really matters. Yeah, first try.
Be
What's going on?
swing my weapon ineffectually at you.
Yeah, 50 Elder Dragons. Two events, one Wildspire Waste, one Tempered Monster, and one Flying Wyvern. Sure, we'll do that once we do the things.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Wildspire Waste is going to be something we have to probably pick stuff that's dedicated to it.
Yeah. I know you wanted to do like events and stuff. Or at least you recommended doing events and stuff.
Well, we can kind of do everything now. That's
Yeah.
my next thing is what? Guiding lands until I get to my guiding land at a higher level than I have it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing I currently have on my list. But that's just to build a silly outfit.
Yeah.
For you, I think your goals are what, good skilled armor sets and max armor value on them.
Yeah.
And of course, can't go wrong with Raging Brack weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I figure that'll happen whenever you're ready to Raging Brack.
Yeah. Namiel. Oh, I didn't even get another Namiel investigation.
Won't always happen. Depends on how many bracks you pick up. Or if you observe it, turf war, or different stuff like that. Like anything that causes like that point value thing to pop up in the corner.
We do need, or I do need, that's on my wish list. An Ergon Pallium. So we gotta beat up a bunch of Ergons. And then Namiel again. Um. So let's do an Ergon. Should we do an
Ergon?
event
Okay.
Ergon or a?
Remember that events don't always reward the materials of the monster.
Yeah.
Is some of the trade-off, because they'll sometimes only give unique materials for crafting an outfit or something like that. So just make sure you look at the event details.
Target. Well, we have to also fight a Dodogama or a Glyphenus. But we either have...
Dodo is going to be the easier of those two by far.
Yeah. The one with the Dodogama is a shorter time limit. But that shouldn't be too bad. Or I can just go grab a regular quest. Unless you've got an Ergon investigation that's just Ergon.
Yeah. See what gems I can craft real quick or talismans I can craft real quick. I usually don't bother with a critical eye talisman, but in this case, with this gun, it's actually worthwhile. Or a critical enhancement. I don't have enough warp bone for the critical eye one. Critical enhancement would be equally as valuable, so let me see. There it is. Critical boost. Actually, I think technically attack is better at the moment. Attack charm is better at the moment. Can I upgrade the attack charm by 1? So that would give me maxed out attack. I can't. Yeah, there's no way I can eke out a bit more affinity. This should still be good. Given the weapon has a base 35% affinity, I want to add as much stuff on top of that to see if I can get it close to 100.
Yeah.
And then critical enhancements just means my crits do more damage, which honestly just one level is... Like, it's only a 5% difference across levels, so just getting a 1 level is already a 30% increase to your crit. So just having one gem in there makes sense. You have the quest posted?
No, because it was with the Dodogama, it was a shorter time frame.
Oh, right.
And with the Ergon,
Alright,
I had to fight a Glavenus with only one revive.
Let me see. Do I have... sword target. Uragaan. Do you want to fight an Uragaan and a Savage Deviljho?
Not really.
Didn't think so. So yeah, no, I don't have anything for Uragaan.
Okay.
I usually don't need anything from him.
Target. Post. Ergon. I should have done a voucher before. I think I almost forgot to eat again. Yep.
With this one, you could probably get away with the meat platter. As long as you have a max potion.
Yeah, I usually just chef's choice. Let's go.
At this point, it's worthwhile a lot of the time to actually push for the stat benefits.
Yeah.
For example, taking full element resist against Raging Brack or full fizz resist against Rajang. Or at least I would take full fizz. I usually don't get hit by his screaming blast thing. But I do always tend to get clipped by his melee. And of course, Demon Drug and Armored.
Somehow I know where the Glavenus is, but not the Ergon. And I don't think I knew where the Dodogama was. Until you ran into it. Oh, good. They're right next to each other. That helps. Did I forget to pick up stone? Okay.
here. So he randomly runs away. Range if you wanted to cap.
Doesn't matter.
I don't have any traps, that's what I'm asking. strength if you want it. Oh, there it goes. It's wandering off.
Mission accomplishment. Hey, I got the thing I needed.
Nice.
Oh goody, tinnitus. The thing the VA won't say I have.
If they actually had to pay out for tinnitus things, then
They're supposed to.
I know they're supposed to, being the operative. But the sheer number of people who end up with tinnitus for being in the military, they... I have a feeling they don't cover everybody for some reason. Because you know what I also have, Robert?
Tinnitus.
Yes. That just randomly triggers from certain sounds
Yep.
that happen to be in the right range. But BRB. Back. I still like how they give you the earplugs, the Ear Pro brand, and then advertise it to you like it's their military high-tech thing. When it's just a brand.
Yeah.
But they give you the whole propaganda spiel, or the whole marketing spiel, like it's the military's thing.
I don't remember getting like them advertised to me. But maybe that's because I was in a different branch. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, they also made us get a specific brand of running shoes. It wasn't Adidas. It was like they were definitely brand hold on my basic training.
Yeah.
Because I brought a nice pair of like Brooks running shoes, which is a brand that just works well for. I have a habit of when running, turning my feet outward a bit, and when using the Brooks running shoes, it kind of corrects for that.
Okay.
For the way that they still made me buy another entire pair of shoes when I got the basic. Even though I brought Brooks with me.
Now they made you buy them, as in you like went to a shop, or they issued them to you? Because like mine were issued to me.
They made me buy them at the shop.
That's weird.
Right?
Yeah. Because ours were issued to us. They were just like, you need shoes. Here's shoes.
I can't remember what brand it was. I know they're like some blue, something with an A, I think. I don't remember.
A6,
what are we hunting
maybe?
next?
Could
be A6.
I still need some more Namiel parts, so we can go after a Namiel and then try and go after a Rajang. What's the next thing in the Rajang list?
Rajang, the Furious Rajang.
Is probably the Furious one. Yeah.
The Furious Rajang is an entire separate tree for some reason, so there's really no reason to do base Rajang other than just to complete it if you haven't yet. I can't remember if we did.
Because I don't think the Namiel armor is going to be good against the Raging Brachydios.
Let me look at its stats.
Because
I don't have it myself. I gotta go to this.
Fire defense is because of fire tools. Need to take off if we're going after Namiel.
Let me see. Forge equipment, master rank.
Yeah, it's -1 fire, at least for me. Because I still have a couple of Rose equipment.
If I did need the buff tickets for something else, it almost makes sense to make the buff armor set that's not layered. Well, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's literally one attack gem from natively having 100% attack levels, just innate to it. So it's actually a pretty solid, like, it has specific use case of, I want to have max attack, and the cost is now, with this armor set, just 1 additional gem. But I want the layered set, so I'm saving my buff tickets. I don't want to fight the duo Rajangs over and over again. Because that's the only way to get the buff tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, Tentacle Oak, there it is. Yeah, -3 per piece on armor. Or on fire. Does have Constitution though, which is nice. If I remember correctly. What is that's just oh no, that's stamina depletion. Not I mean, it's not bad, but it's not as useful for you. That'd be a good armor probably for.
I
you
use
don't
a
want the.
lot of stamina in the air.
Yeah, but it's more in like bursts, right?
Yeah. Is Constitution the like?
It's stamina
constant
depletion
use?
reduction. So, if you're like a dual blade, I think it'd still be helpful to you, but like dual blades are going to be the ones that get the most use out of that.
Yeah. What's the other one that? the better
Stamina
one
surge, I
was?
think.
Stamina surge is good, but what's the
Yeah, I
other?
think that's the fast recharge, right? Stamina surge.
Yeah,
I think that's
stamina
better for
recovery
you
speed.
because you burst.
But there's also another like skill.
There might be another one. I have not super dug into it.
Marathon runner? No, marathon runners slows down stamina depletion for actions which continuously drain stamina, such as dashing. Whereas Constitution, such as
Oh, that's the
evading,
fixed one.
etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Reduces
flipped them.
fixed stamina.
Never
That's
mind.
the one. Yeah, so I do want this one.
Yeah, the constant one is. Yeah, never mind. I flipped that around. I don't use a lot of stamina drain stuff, so I don't typically have those run.
Anyway. To defeat an Amiel. Just causes.
Let's see. I mean,
You
sure,
don't have to
Ishvalda is
have
at
a-
least neutral.
You don't happen to have an investigation for an Amiel that's full time, do you? Not that we really
Let me
got
check.
close to running out of time.
I wish Teosta was better for you, but Blast Attack is functionally useless unless you're running Blast.
Yeah. I might get it anyway. But...
I mean, it wouldn't be horrible if you went down the line. So if you wore the Teostra armor and comboed that with the Raging Brack weapons, that'd be a good combo. Namiel, where's... There it is. Nope, I have a short... Mine's also short in time that I have.
Okay. Sort by... Fence.
I mean... I mean... It's not terrible. Don't think... Unless you want handicraft for the weapon sharpness.
Mm-hmm.
The Rajang Beta armor for standard Rajang has weakness exploit, which isn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
And does have at least 2 fire resist per piece. That's standard Rajang, not Furious.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be able
And
to build all of it without fighting more Rajangs. Gold Rajang help. Oh, I have one of them. Oh, alright. Let's hit the buttons. Quest.
Alright.
Investigation, Samuel.
Mark was saying something. Oh, we're doing demand. Okay. Get back real quick.
Thanks. Okay, custom platter sucks today. Let's go. Immediately into the fight. Is there stone nearby? Some stone nearby. Here's the stone. Bam! Really? All the way to the front. Seriously?
Or
Did I
if we
wake
can
it
just
up?
wake it up. Yeah,
My bad.
you got a hard stop the second you see a trace asleep.
I didn't realize you were even trying to put it to sleep. I might have like already committed to it before.
You had a moment. I just forgot that I was muted.
I thought I wounded its wings. I got some Dust of Life from the first Vivarian. Weapon real quick. Didn't dive through that? Just get hit by every water jet. This one, that one, this one, and that one. So that was this one. It's an RGB mode. I think I broke its tail. Head.
No.
Okay.
Just touched the vine wall so it canceled my healing animation. Because it's overly sensitive. There we go. Need to keep its head wounded for good damage with some of my ammo types.
Yeah, I've tried wounding it again, but I missed and got the wings. How did I cancel out of having the tail? Hey, I got all the finite I needed. again.
Closer than I thought.
What happened?
Just got hit by electricity.
I'm all the way up in the air, and I
Completely, yeah.
still get hit.
I don't know. That was weird, because I was definitely not in the water at that point. Oh well. Have some healing.
I think we were actually behind at this point on the last one, which I'll probably just explain.
No, we're
I think we're ahead of last time. When we hit
no,
the
we're behind
time
last
limit.
time.
Not because we have
was
the skull this time.
Oh, it was limping? I didn't see the limp. No, we were about the same. What rarity weapon are you using for your fire?
As high rarity as I can. I don't remember how to check.
Like, if you look at your equipment, is it yellow or white?
I'm not seeing it. I think it's probably red.
Red.
Or
You don't-
blue. I don't remember.
Yeah, you don't really want to use something that rarity low here. That's probably why we're compressing it to the 10-minute mark.
It's the best fire weapon that I have. And it's
Yeah,
about the
but-
same equivalent like damage to the rarity 11
What's the
dragon
sharpness?
weapon I have. White. But nothing really has that much extra like purple on top of it.
Yeah, there's probably better options, but fire is also a weird one because They put a lot of it locked behind.
Okay, good. I had to use this.
Yeah, fire's kind of a weird element in Master Rank because it's locked behind Silver Rathalos, which you don't get till a weirdly high MR.
Okay, I think its head is broken.
Yeah, we're just gonna be in DPS mode right now, so whatever does the most damage. There you go.
Mission accomplished. How do I check in like a quest, like my equipment?
Start equipment info.
Like on the right side? Because it doesn't tell me the rarity of my weapon over there unless I'm just missing it, which I could definitely be.
It is on the right side. One sec, let me finish carving. Start equipment info. Yeah, I see Ghost rarity
Oh, there it
11.
is. Rarity 10.
Yeah. You want to try to push for 11, 12.
Yeah, the only rarity 12 I have is the ice pick from Velkhana. And then rarity 11, I have a dragon weapon, which does the exact same damage, pretty much.
Does that purple sharpness though?
Maybe a tiny bit.
Each sharpness level is a significant multiplier on damage.
Okay.
That's why it matters. Used to be even more egregious. I think like each sharpness level or some sharpness levels like in earlier Monster Hunters used to be like near a ×2 multiplier compared to the previous. But it's not as bad. I don't think it's as aggressive of a curve now. But it's still pretty significant given it's a multiplier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there.
Recon assignment available? Point of no return?
That's the Sapajiva, the super monster for late. That's designed for 4 people for late game.
Okay.
Well, one of them, I should say, for design for like that. Because there's a couple. But I don't think you see a Latrion or Fatalis yet. I think Fatalis is on the...
Equipment, armor.
Yeah, there's
Wavering
Fatalis.
Defense. Extremely rare pieces of armor.
And there's a Latrion. Yeah, they are in here.
I now have full Namiel. Now as far as upgrading my weapons, so yeah, most of my aside from a couple rarity 8s, which are just like the Xenoshamena and the Catastrophes Light, everything else is rarity 10 or 11, aside from everything else is rarity 10, except for Deadline, which is the Ebony Odogaron dragon weapon, which is rarity 11, which does not have any purple, and the rarity 12 Velkhana max weapon, which does have
look at does the Odogaron have innate affinity? It should.
Yeah, 25%.
Yeah, that'd be why it's higher rarity.
Yeah.
Since
Although
innate 25 is pretty strong.
It's the exact same attack as the Azure Flight Master, which I don't know how to upgrade it yet, but it can be upgraded. So it looks like it has more sharpness for white.
Well, as I was saying, the Azure, you're gonna need the Silver Rathalos.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a significant period of time before you get that, and it's also Guiding Land locked, I believe.
Like if I wanted to do something better fire-wise, I'd have to go after Glavenus.
Yeah, but I think that tree also isn't. Well, I guess it goes to an 11, so it's not horrible on yours.
Yeah, it will have some purple. It's a significant fire increase and some attack increase.
If you need fire, like we got what? Unless we're continuously hunting more Namiels, we're probably not going to need much fire.
Yeah.
Because you got Rajang, which is Ice Week. Stygian Zinogre, which is Thunder Week. Furious Rajang, which is also Ice Week. Raging Brachydios, which is also Ice Week. So if you have maxed out on the yeah, it looks like Ancient Lush. Yeah, if you have a maxed out Velkhana weapon, that's already gonna be effective against both of your upcoming threats.
Mm-hmm. Unless I want to build the regular Odogaron one, because that has 35% affinity and a hidden element of fire. But lower attack. There's still a lot of rarity 12 stuff that's hidden behind things I don't know.
Hmm. Could as well be in general until we hunt a few more things. Because rarity 11 and 12 are basically pinnacle rarity.
the Stygian Zinogre weapon has the most purple that I've seen. Forge equipment, weapons, insect glaive. But I'd have to fight another Stygian Zinogre because I don't have another Dragonhold, whatever that is.
Yeah, and
Well,
Stygian
now that I have
Ogre's
all
not
this-
really on your focus.
Yeah. Let's see if we can beat a Rush.
Not Brachydos.
Probably not, because equipment, or no, set decorations. Yeah, because I'm minus 15 on fire.
So that's why you want the standard Rajang.
No, I was gonna do the raging one.
For the thunder weapon.
Yeah. Just need one more. Yeah, because I've got 15 thunder defense. I don't know. Change equipment. I mean, technically, some of my Rose equipment is better defense than the Namiel. And the Namiel's rarity 12.
Event equipment like that's a little bit weird.
It just depends on whether or not it's rated or not. So if we wanted to do Raging Brachydios, I would use the Rose equipment.
I've already started prepping my ammo for what we already talked about.
Yeah.
The Rajang.
Rajang. Alright. Rajang it is then. Post quest. Special assignments. Carry remains. Alright, we'll give it one go, the two of us, and then we'll give another go with the SOS Flare. Seems like a good plan.
Yeah, up to you.
Oh, right. I don't know. Large monster field guide. I don't have any research on the Angry Rashang. Ice?
Yep.
That's gonna be this. That's the decorations. Pretty sure I have full scan research. I do, so I don't need that. I already have prices. Do this. Do that. Or I could just do 2 defense. I think I'll just do 2 defense. Two defense. Alright. Guess I'm ready. Did I eat? Probably not. Fish platter, so I'm gonna do 2 red fish, 2 blue fish, and 2 firm. Good enough. Items. And max potion. And 1 ready to go. Watch out for the pinning attack. Pinning attack is a Yugo. I must have used it for free. Already got. Why does this look like we're in, Oh, we are in the Hoarfrost Reach. Weird. Was it not that way? Oh, footprints. Looks like it is this way. More old footprints. Track the monster.
Ada.
Don't let it pin you down. Discovered a monster. That's do it all. I was supposed to specifically avoid that. Leave me alone. Ish. Really? Ruiner here, Dante? It immediately left. This thing moves too much. I should build a hammer surface. Oh, did you sleep it? I don't know why it woke up.
Bug kept attacking. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted again. Jesus, I started trying to use crowd control things since you're talking about the speed.
Well, there was a period of time there where I was actually not having too much of an issue with it.
Yeah, I went for the para shot into the sleep, so it was I was trying to crowd control it. Depending on its
Check.
state, the start of the next area, I could lean into exhaust shot to try to weaken it.
Which? Blunt paralysis. Would paralysis or blast be better?
Blast. My
Yay, Martinitis.
you're. There. Exhaust ammo to try to slow it down for you. Unless my hot drink runs out again. Yep, there you go, exhaust ammo. You had an angle on me there, but okay. Yep, rage.
Oh, I fainted.
I was the one grabbed. What
I
if
don't
I
even
wanted
know-
to faint?
Points. Shouldn't my stamina be maxed if I ate 6 things?
Not always.
Why am I bouncing off?
It was enraged. The sharpness goes up.
Really? Okay. Can I build like an ice hammer?
I mean, you could, technically. I don't know if it would necessarily help as much. It would give you blunt, which might let you stun if you can get headshots. Otherwise, the only trade-off is how effectively can you DPS with hammer.
Yeah.
With something moving that speed.
When I was staying close to it, I was actually like doing a lot better than when I was trying to like be in the air and stuff. So
Yeah, makes sense.
you just have to pay better attention for like work equipment, weapons, hammer, tree. Element, ice. Okay. This rarity 11 hammer has 1300 attack and 510 ice, but no purple and no affinity. It's the workshop weaponry. Barioth. Oh, I don't want to fight a Barioth. I have no idea what this is. Alright, Velkhana. I would start with an Earthender, which is bone. I should be able to build that. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can definitely build this. Okay, hold on. Before I commit to that. Mammoth Hoof? And borrow. That does not... Despite being rarity 10, it does not have any white sharpness. Diablos is ice in the background. Aeora is Hyperborea. $1404, 330, 1352, but with some affinity, and 210 ice. But I would prefer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with one because it gives me a 4-star. Okay. Earth Ender. But now, and upgrade. I need a monster essence. And I also need to fight Shara Ishvalda and Velkhana. Well, I can probably get monster essence from Elder Melder. Apparently not. It's in here, but nope.
So what are we hunting? Who are we hunting? What flavor of hunting?
Upgrade equipment. Hammer. Alright, I need a monster essence. What can I get monster essence from?
I think Ornithar? I think that's the upgrade of monster broth. I'm not entirely sure. Off the top of my head.
Hunter's Notes. Small monsters. Vespoid. No, that's. Yeah. So we can get that with bugs. And he said to do that, we just craft, poison smoke bombs.
I mean, you can. Or you could just use the claw.
There's that.
Well,
Wish list.
claw usually won't break them half the time. It just doesn't require dedicatedly crafting a niche item.
Yeah.
But I would just go to
Shara Ishvalda and Velkhana. Alright, well, let's eat up on Velkhana first.
Velkhana. Don't want to give Rajang another hug? Yeah. let's see. Ice res. Ice res. Ice res. There you go.
Right. Should have 7. Yep. Maybe thing of stun resist. Steadfast. Protection. Ice resistance. Cold proof. Seems reasonable. Okay, apparently that's my only ice resistance tool. Okay. May this be upgraded? Can be. Everything's gonna be upgraded indeed. That one next. Alright. So this upgrade. I believe I still have Velkhana.
おり
Investigations. Yep. Do this one.
B ギル
Yeah, none of these are actually that much better. Alright, let's go.
Bonk the dragon. Bonk the dragon.
Pretty sure I clicked cold proof. So I don't need to manage hot drinks. Oh. Has arrived. Do I pick up any stone balls? I did not.
Should be a dragon pod, I think, over there.
There's some stone. No sharpness. What? How's that?
Comboed in a bad spot. Downsides of using gun lance. I don't move fast.
Get me?
Also, the other annoying thing about Valkana is that, like, spray breath is not shieldable. It's just dumb.
I not move the tail again? We both went for the head at the same time. Yeah. We barely left the region. Never mind. What?
It was investigation with 2 down.
Oh. is. All right.
Ni vida.
All right. I think I'm kind of done. All right.
Done for the day.
Yeah. Before we sign off, though, microphone. Just position up the talking screen. Quick game. Next week, let's play a different game. So,
Okay.
get rid of those emails. Let's see. Games we talked about. Alright. You seemed really excited about Dying Light.
Yeah, that's a good one. Actually has a story to get through, but the way that multiplayer is implemented isn't too inhibiting to it because it's more of a cheesy, campy story told through just quest bits as you go through.
Okay. So let's go ahead and...
But the only restriction on that is there's a chunk at the start of the game before co-op opens up.
Yeah.
So you may want to do that. I thought about using one of the funnier Van Crane outfits, but I decided on using a more, well, let's just say less ridiculous outfit for co-oping.
Mm-hmm.
That also hides the fact that we're playing the same character technically.
Yeah.
So that way we don't have two visible cranes running around, which is the main character.
Yeah. Okay. So
there's also Earth Defense Force 4.1.
Yeah.
Which is very story light, mostly just ridiculous mission after ridiculous mission.
I think I already have 4.1 installed. Yeah.
And I know you mentioned that one before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's small. It's like 9 gigs. But that one is kind of like, I think it'll be hit or miss on whether or not that one sticks around for a long period of time, just because it is kind of just repeated missions of doing the same thing. It's enjoyable. It's over the top. It just kind of depends on how much you get into it. Which I guess you like Heroes of Hammerwatch and stuff like that, so you might get into it.
Yeah.
What else did we have? I know we have Heroes of Hammerwatch since I just mentioned it. And Heroes 2, though I'd have to probably create a new profile on there to make sure I'm not overscaled if you haven't played it yet.
I don't have Heroes of Hammerwatch 2 yet. Let's see. How much is it? Heroes Hammerwatch 2, $12.
It also is a lot less. It is also a lot less feature complete than the first one currently.
Yeah.
I feel like it needs a couple DLCs like the first one did to really flesh it out.
Yeah. I might just wait on that for a little bit then.
We have, I can't remember what else was on our list.
I mean, there's Monster Hunter Rise, but I think I'm a little burnt out on Monster Hunter at the moment. There's Hammerwatch also, 2, not the Hammer or the Heroes version. And then
that one's
Earth
a bit
Defense and Dying Light.
Hammerwatch 2 is Diablo-like, but it's kind of grindy, but with very open world. Once you get past the first island. Again, I don't know. I think it'll be better co-op, but I kind of burnt myself out on it when I was trying to do it single player, just because it just felt slow and grindy. But again, it might be better with two people and different character synergies and stuff. And what else? I thought we had. Is that really all we had at the moment, or I thought we had one other thing I'm forgetting. You could always pick up the Helldivers too, the popular game. I don't know. Look at your game library. Yeah, I might be forgetting something that I don't currently have installed. You only have a few games.
Yeah. Just a few
Just
here
a few.
and there. Just upwards of 1,000 some.
Oh yeah, Sanctum 2, that was one you were recommending.
Oh right, yeah.
Which I remember that one just being okay, but could be fun for a session or two.
Yeah. I've played Sanctum 1. I haven't played Sanctum 2. But I saw that you have Sanctum 2. Yeah. Surprised you have the second one, but not the first one.
Yeah, probably got it in a bundle or something, but I have played it for a bit.
If I click on multiplayer and then put in your name. I like how I specifically selected multiplayer, and then apparently we both have Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, but there's a specific one that says single player, and that's the one that pulled up when I clicked multiplayer and your library.
Yeah, because they're lumped in the same game for the multiplayer, so it's weird.
Yeah.
But that's also not a really multiplayer game, because I think it's like it's one of those like 6th, 7th console generation tacked on multiplayers.
Yeah.
So it's not really like good multiplayer. Or at least the type of multiplayer we're looking for.
Yeah. You've got Don't Starve Together. That one might be fun.
I know it's changed quite a lot, but I have not played it in ages.
Yeah.
So there's probably a lot of new content. You'd always play Galactic Conquest, Star Wars Battlefront 2 Classic. I just saw it was on your list.
I get rid of this single player. Galactic Conquest. Doesn't seem like it's in your library though.
Battlefront 2?
Oh, you said Battlefront 2?
Yeah. I was just joking about the Galactic Conquest game mode. But again, that's not going to be like a long series of things. That maybe be a couple sessions if we wanted to do each of the campaigns.
Oh, there it is. Star Wars Battlefront 2. I was looking in the wrong alphabetized sections.
Yeah, the classic PS2 one.
Yeah.
I just noticed you had not much playtime in it.
Yeah. I think I tried playing it once and it just like didn't work, and so I gave up.
Weird. Because I even messed around and played through it on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I wanted to try their like that version of it doesn't have native controller support. So I was mapping the mouse to the Steam Deck pad and using it that way.
Yeah.
And giving that a try, seeing how it felt. It worked. I played through it a bit, but I wouldn't say it would be a go-to control scheme.
Yeah. Origami is online co-op. I think you actually got me Origami.
Origami?
Third person stealth game, ARAGAMI, but you don't have it in your library.
Origami. Oh yeah, I think I got a key for that randomly in a pack and gifted it to you.
Yeah. Because it says online co-op. I don't know how online cooperative it is.
Yeah, I'm not familiar either. Comment below if you know. Just focusing on next session, just to get that out of the way, since we do have multiple options that can fit that. Do you want to start Dying Light? Do you want to do EDF, Hammer Watch 2?
I think I'm going to commit to Dying Light. So we'll do that one, and then we'll figure out the next option later.
Works for me. If you enjoy Dying Light, there's also a sequel to the game and a new one coming out in August.
Yeah.
So it's an entire series worth of games potentially if you like it. The second one I think is not as good as the first. I think they tried to overscope it, and it just kind of backfired on them. But the Dying Light the Beast, this new one coming out, is supposed to like lean back into the more campy and design philosophy of the first game. Which the first game already has also has multiple DLCs for it, including a huge one called The Following that literally adds a map larger than the base game map to the game. And that's basically what the Beast is too. Dying Light 2 was going to have Dying Light the Beast as a DLC, but it overexpanded to the point where it became its own game.
It does happen sometimes.
Which honestly, I think it's going to be better for it because they made that decision and then spent 2 years deving it. And if with the idea of going back to the first game's philosophy on things, I'm hoping it's good. Dying Light definitely has one of my preferred game progression mechanics. The way that they add skills into your repertoire and stuff as you level just feels good.
Mhm.
Especially since you hit certain thresholds where straight up your like basic animations change.
Mhm.
So like you start out doing, because it is a parkour melee combat zombie game. So you start out with like heavily over swinging your melee weapon and very slowly climbing up things as you try to parkour, and it just gets smoother and smoother as you go through the game.
Mhm.
It's a good feel to the gameplay.
Yeah. Let's see. So part 1, I'm gonna have to do on my own. So I should aim to try and do that on like maybe Wednesday.
If I remember correctly,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and do that Wednesday.
so it's not super long. You'll have cutscenes, which I think is going to be your extending factor. Basically, it puts you in an environment interaction tutorial. Then after you complete it's then a parkour tutorial just to get you the basics of character movement for that.
Mhm.
Then like one simple quest to open you up to introduce you to the world in general, and then it will give you a clear pop-up that co-op is now available, yada yada yada.
Okay.
And it's as long as you'll get the pop-up, and it's not something you'll miss when you see it kick up.
Mhm.
And if you're having fun, you're welcome to also keep going a little bit past that. And there's the next mission after that also introduces more mechanics and things. So
Mhm. Okay. So do that, and then here.
the only thing I don't know, like gameplay wise, it's like maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on if you get sidetracked looting everything.
Yeah. I do
Yeah.
often get sidetracked.
But this game rewards you for looting everything, so it's not a
Yeah. It's not Borderlands or Outward, which you have to make more
well to help.
decisions, or if you try to loot everything, you're gonna waste a lot of time just going back
Your
to
only
the
limiting
shops and
factor is how many
selling.
weapons you can carry at a time.
Yeah.
And for the most part, weapons you generally treat as disposable, anyways, unless they're a ranged weapon.
Yes.
Because weapons have durability and they can only be repaired 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also modify weapons and craft weapons into alternate versions themselves to add elemental damage and stuff like that. So it's like, and you also will regularly get better weapons. So those are the things that you'll just pick up and probably burn through more frequently. The only thing you have to manage. There's also just crafting materials galore, and you can never go wrong with just vacuuming up everything you see with those.
Yeah.
Because you can turn them into throwing knives or explosives or shields or traps or this, that, or the other. All things that are useful.
Yeah.
And even picking up excessive weapons isn't the worst thing, because you can dismantle them for parts too, as you get better weapons.
Seems like I will enjoy the looting mechanics.
It's also depending on what difficulty you decide to play on too. If you have a nice tool called where you press I think on PC it's Q,
Mm-hmm.
and it pings the area around you and tells you what's interactable.
Okay.
Because I assume you'll probably play on normal. I have my character set on Nightmare because I think some of those mechanics will carry over and intentionally nerf me,
Mm-hmm.
which is part of my goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably play on normal because I generally play for the story and to have fun and not increase difficulty by inflating enemy health values and
That's also
decreasing damage and stuff like that.
I mean, it does do a little bit of that, but it also but it changes certain behaviors and things too. So for example, that Q ping thing,
Yeah.
I don't have access to that. Which means I just had to be more observant for the environment to know what's lootable and what I can interact with.
That sounds like a thing you would want in a repeat playthrough, not a first playthrough.
Yeah, and because I'm very familiar with the game, I know pretty much all the interactable objects.
Yeah.
It also decreases my ability to. I think it's nerfed on its range and different things, so I have a lot less information as far as detecting certain zombie types that hunt you at night.
Yeah.
So again, it mostly cranks up, so I have to be more observant and pay more attention to my surroundings.
Yeah.
I also can't get the max out I can't get infinite stamina because one of the maxing out, you have basically 3 skill trees: one for parkour, one for melee combat, and one for your general survival level. The top tier reward in both the melee and the parkour are removing parkour stamina and removing melee stamina, because they're 2 separate stamina bars. I can't have that option activate, basically. So I always have to manage my stamina in combat and different things. Well, enough talking about the game.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it when you play it, hopefully.
Exactly. All right. So that is going to be it for today. Make sure to do all of the fancy YouTube engagement stuff, liking, commenting, subscribing, the notification bell, all of that. And we will see you next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.